downtown LA. It's the Lil Jolly Gamer Show. Boom shakalaka.
Welcome to another episode of the Lil Jolly Gamer Show podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is episode 91. Today's date is the 20th of July, 2018. It's super duper hot outside. This is a podcast about video games. Thank you so much for listening to us, whether it be on our RSS feed across the cyberwebs, including iTunes and SoundCloud and places like that. And please give us a 5-star rating on your platform of choice. And thank you for watching us on YouTube. And please like, comment, subscribe. It helps us out a bunch. I am Brandon.
I'm Jacob. And I'm Steve.
And we talk about video games on this podcast. We'll be talking a little bit about video game news. We'll be talking about some things other than video games and our side quests. Mm-hmm. We might be doing our topic box. It's back
It's hot outside.
By popular demand, our topic box segment will be returning. This is when
by popular demand.
We're gonna pull some random topics out of this box and talk about them. That's going to be our main segment today because gaming news is very slow this week.
It's Free Topic Tuesday on a Friday.
Sad Friday.
I don't know what he's talking about. But let's start the show the way we are. Actually, I forgot to ask, how's everyone doing today?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm alright, I guess. It's hot. I don't like it out there, but I'm inside. I'm in the air conditioner. I'm talking about video games with my friends. I'm ready to get this started. Are you hyped yet?
No.
Steve.
Oh, and then I lost it.
But anyway, let's start the show the way we always do, talking about video games that we have been playing lately. Who wants to go first? Because I don't have much to talk about.
I guess I can.
I'm kind of excited to talk about. I can chime in on what you're going to talk about.
Yeah. So
I can't, so I'm just going to doodle.
I vault built on Fallout. Nothing new.
Oh,
do you want to talk about that? Did you do anything in Fallout?
I built a really, really cool military style fort at Sanctuary Hills. That's the first place.
I'm done with Fallout. Sorry, guys.
No, yeah, that was what the next thing I was going to chime in with is like I think I've done everything on that new on my old character, and I don't want to make anything new. And I was building the vault, and my vault's pretty.
The vault's fun, and
shell. I've got the shell, but I've spent so much effort in the shell and like the rooms. And I'm like,
it's fun.
Now I have to go into like the detail mode. I'm like, all right, I don't want to do
this. Look, this is what I did last night. Okay, I made a bar. Like specifically a bar.
Yeah.
It's got. I put the slot machines in there.
You got some neons.
To put the drink vendor.
I put the neons. I did put the drink vendor there.
Like the restaurant vendor.
Mm-hmm. I made a bunch of neons. It's called Paradise because originally it was just the common room, and it says welcome. I put Welcome to Paradise on the wall, and I was like, okay, well now I'm calling it Paradise. Paradise.
That's kind of cool.
And I put on the wall. Go Tigers!
And then you lost me.
I put 2076 through 77 champions, like hypothetically.
All like in the neon lights.
Yeah,
those things are huge too. That must have took a whole wall.
Yeah. I put it purple and gold. You know.
You got to sit in the chair right by the neon lights.
This is how much detail I put into that bar. Okay. On the bar part, I put a counter behind the bar, and I dropped all my alcohols in my inventory.
I've done something similar to that.
I built a gym, a basketball gym. I put hoops, and these hoops are, the hoop switches.
Like you put like the bicycles and stuff like that. Like
yeah. And then in my basketball gym, I put the hoop switches. So if you throw a ball in the hoop, it goes. Ink.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. The electron. Yeah.
And I attached a speaker to it, but. And then I was done. I was just like, "Wow, this looks really cool," but I can't share this with anybody because
and there it is.
Yep, that's exactly the same experience I had where I made like pretty much a shopping mall / extravagant resort vault, and I got done with it, and I was like, the guy at the end of Twilight Zone, where it's just like him, he's alone, he's like, it's time now.
Just looking around and just go, all right, well, turn the lights off and shut the door.
Yes,
but I did, but. The military base I built at Sanctuary Hills, I used like vault buildings, and basically I built like a barracks, and then at the very top I made like the general's quarters, and that's mine. Just overseer's room with the overseer's desk in the front as my secretary's desk with a terminal on it, and then in the back you got like the general's area. I put like military paintings and stuff like that. And then I put like a council meeting room right next to it, and that's pretty cool. And then I put my room. Julie made me put a painted picture of a cat on there because I was like, "Hey, babe, look what's on there." And she's like, "You gonna keep that?" I was like,
No.
No? I was like, why would I keep that? She's like, keep it, it's cute. I'm like, So now I have a picture of a cat in my room called a death claw. I accidentally let it loose.
That's cool.
Because I was gonna move it. I was gonna be like, oh man, I'm gonna put this in the middle.
A gorilla.
I'm gonna put this in the middle of
nice.
my. I'll put this in the middle of my vault, and then I unhooked it from the power. And then it's like, you unhook the power from the. You unhook it from the power, and you let it loose. I'm like, oh, there's a death claw running loose.
You remember I caught the gorilla, and you were touring my my place one time, and the gorilla somehow got trapped in the basement of my home, and then I named it something silly. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I remember that.
Why did I name it? It's some kind of monkey pun. But anyway, yeah, that was great.
We were high on the 76 hype, and
I'm still high on it. I mean, I don't hate it. There are some glitches that just.
Speaking of,
oh yeah,
broke me. The glitches broke me.
I almost had enough. Of it. Almost had enough of it the other day because I can't finish. I'm glitched out of finishing Nuka World.
Ugh.
I hit this glitch that apparently happens to a lot of people where if you don't prompt the quest the right way, it won't auto prompt it like it's supposed to. And when you when you enter the Galaxy Zone, it's supposed to prompt you for the quest that relates to Galaxy Zone.
Right.
If you don't prompt it the real way by finding some holotape somewhere,
or finding like one of the something like star boards or whatever.
Not even. I mean, once you start picking up the star cores, it flags it as if you started the quest, and the body and the holotape despawn. But I'm not actually on the quest, so now I can't. I
really wanted to go back and play Nuka World. That's the only reason I popped it back in, and I couldn't get that far. So because of glitches. Like remember with the Brent's house and his character was glitched out to have just like no perception, and we're like, we're like Brent, why'd you build a character with like no perception? He's like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about, and then it was just a glitch. We looked it up, and it's a thing that people have had to restart their games about. It's just ridiculous, man. Like I've never had those experiences like that bad, like game breaking.
And I'm gonna say this much, man. Like I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It's got me a little concerned about 76 because you can't have game breaking glitches. And
also remember, Fallout 4 came out in 2015, and this is coming out in 2018. So they had 3 years to work on it.
But Bethesda has a bad knack for glitchy games too.
Well, they addressed that.
But
remember, they were like, we've been told we have bugs in our games.
Yeah,
which is good. But I did actually sit down and watch the No Clip documentary.
Oh, good.
And I was a little more relieved of that fact that they opened that part down in Austin. That's got an MMO experience, like guys who worked on Ultima Online.
Holy crap, that dude's got
Star Wars Galaxies. Like them people, they're in good hands. They're in really good hands. So I guess I'm not as worried, but still though, that's so disappointing to have all this cool content, but I can't even access it. Yeah. I can't even get the most out of Nuka World, so I'm thinking about just going through and just killing all the raiders.
That's why I actually wanted to liberate Nuka World.
I'm probably going to do that. I'm just going to kill them all.
I've never done that. Usually I appoint someone as a leader.
Well, I was going to, but I was going to explore my opportunities and do it the right way, but I guess I'm just going to go through and just mow everybody down. I can't do anything else. Well, I did get my hand on a handmade rifle, though, the spider cannon that you can buy in Nuka World, and I'm not using any other weapons. Yeah, that is my favorite weapon. It's just an AK-47.
It's highly customizable.
But you have to have a lot. You have to have a lot of perks. Like I can only get
gun nut,
commando, or rifleman, depending on what kind of gun. Like if you want it to be fully automatic, all the fully automatic parts have to go with commando. But if you want it to be single shot, semi-auto, you have to have rifleman.
Those later weapons require a lot more perks to customize.
But I'm okay with that because that inspires me to progress.
Everything gun related, I went full points into.
Yeah, exactly. Because because before I went into the Nuka World stuff, every time I level up, I'd be like, what am I gonna spend my perks on? I don't know what I want. I don't know. Like they're all appealing to me, but I don't have any immediate need, so I don't know where I want to spend my perk points. But then I started getting into Nuka World and seeing that to customize a lot of the stuff, you had to have these things, and with the robots too. And so now I know where I want to put my perks. So I have more incentive to level up. So now I've pretty much been, every time I get into like a building mode, every so often I'll go back to Sanctuary Hills or Vault and start adding on and stuff. I think I'm done with the Vault for now though, because I added the shooting range and the fitness center with a weight room and the basketball gym, and I really don't know what else I can put in there. And while I think my vault is very cool, I think it's very
useless.
Yeah. Other than that,
other than reaping caps from your dwellers.
Other than that, some of it's pretty redundant.
Like all the settlements.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some of it's kind of redundant though, because basically what I did is I did like a tunnel system to each room instead of having like, like really long winding halls and stuff like that. And I kind of hate that I did it that way, and so I kind of dislike it a little bit.
So you get to do it all over.
No, I'm not doing it all over again. No. I'll put too much time and effort into that. I'm just gonna roll with it. But now I'm exploring some of the parts that I didn't actually hit up, and there are a lot that I didn't cover. I thought I was pretty much done with it, but there's a lot of stuff that I'm finding. Like I found
down in the caves and the
caves.
Oh yeah, there's a room that's got tons of concrete
down
and ore.
There's Deathclaw nests.
Yeah,
that place is the one I'm talking about. Yeah.
I mean, there's 2 down.
Did you find the spot with all the radiation everywhere?
Yeah, all the uranium, all that nuclear. Well, I'm talking about on the map as a whole, though. Like I've been all around. That's like the first thing I did in the Vault DLC expansion. I went to go check out that cave. No, but in the whole map, I was discovering some of the locations I didn't hit up. I found 2 down planes.
Yeah, there's 2 of them. There's one in the glowing sea, and there's one.
Close by Sanctuary.
I've discovered
it's
every
southeast.
Yeah,
I've been everywhere, man.
I've hit up the entire glowing sea, and it's pretty cool because when you think about it, it used to be all like industry and stuff.
Yeah.
And you can see what it looks like after 200 years of nuclear war. 200 years after a nuclear war. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. That's all I was.
Really, is that really all you've been playing Fallout 4
playing.
Okay. Well,
I didn't mean to hijack.
I was gonna talk. No. It's okay because I didn't know what you played. So
hijack you.
Fortnite. I just losing steam. The only reason I was bringing it up, I was going to talk to you a little bit. I told you last week about we knew it came out, but we hadn't played
Season 5.
Mm-hmm. So. Moisty Mire is now all completely desert. I don't like it.
It's got a racetrack on it?
It's no foliage. Yeah, I haven't been to the racetrack. I've been to the Paradise.
I like that they're adding all this cool stuff like racetracks and vehicles and stuff, but like, when are you going to have time to play around with it? Cause
they have what they're called.
It's a playground mode. But you have to wait for it to cycle. Yeah, I was like, oh man, let's go play on playground mode. And be like, that's not here. I was like, oh, what the heck? It's like they do the 50-50 and the rockets only. So we gotta wait for it to come down.
Playground's just like you can just run around.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
Why not just make that an option?
That's what he's saying. Yeah, I don't know why. But it's okay. It's very like you would think. Desert's got a lot of high little plateaus and deep valleys. There's a little Viking spot, like a Viking town with like a big Viking ship on it on top. That's okay. They changed one of the farms to a golf course, and it's one of our Anarchy Acres. It's one of our favorite farm places.
It's gone.
Sucks. Yeah, it's a golf course, and it's literally a really nice fancy club, and then just rolling golf course hills with sand traps. It's kind of sucky. The golf cart's pretty cool, so you can fit 4 people on it. 2 people can sit on the back, and 2 people in the actual cart itself, and it
shoot off of it
in an epic style. No pun intended. The way they like to copy things, you totally can drift and catch a boost as your thing goes from blue to orange, and you can boost with the golf cart like you can.
Everybody was saying you could play Mario Kart and I can't even remember the name of the game. Fortnite.
Yes, Fortnite. So they added a new submachine gun. It's pretty good. And other than that, there's some little random locales they changed. They really didn't change too much of the map. Man, just the battle pass just doesn't make any sense. The whole season pass doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like a lot of it's like, here's a spray painter guy. Here's a lifeguard.
Here's a lifeguard.
Here's a Viking.
Here's a female Simon Pegg from Hot Fuzz. Here's a Viking. Here's a.
It's just very random.
It's so random. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they lost their juices a little bit after the hero pack. So
I feel like it's cooler. Like if they had one of them that's nothing but movie ripoffs. Like obviously there's the Star-Lord guy and the John Wick guy. Yeah. But if they have one of them that's like, here's a Ghostbuster looking guy. Here's a guy who looks a little bit like Marty McFly from an 80s one.
Well, they did
one with 80s.
They had movie sets in the superhero ones because it was a film they were filming.
They should do like
really cool
a music related one where you've got all these people like this guy looks like Gene Simmons and this guy looks like Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Have a musical one and then change everything to music.
A guitar, he pulls a guitar out for his emote thing he does.
Make all the
Gone Back Daryl.
Make the map.
That's his guitar
music themed. Like here's a giant piano thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, anyways, the new challenges came out. They're okay. One of them really annoying, so they added a ball emote so you can shoot balls. And it's like one of the challenges is to go. There's basketball goals all throughout the map. You gotta go shoot a hoop, and it doesn't just like go up to it, click it, and it does it. Like you have to like. And so, like, it was funny because it was in
you have to
Paradise.
line up your emote.
Yeah, and we were, like,
That's
doing everything,
cool.
and Seth's like, oh, wait, no, there's a basketball hoop. There's a basketball goal here. And I'm like, crap. And the wall's, like, literally right here. So the wall is coming at us. We're like, and it goes past us, and we're getting damaged. And it's like, all right, this is
that
stupid.
still doesn't,
So,
that turns me off.
yeah,
I
I
was
don't
about
know.
to say, I really hate the
It's
emotes.
just, it's the people, man. I feel like this game has gotten so much steam that it just, everybody plays it and everybody plays it religiously. And so, like, we play it relatively almost
maggots to a turd.
2 or 3 times a night. So that's pretty consistent.
Pretty regularly, yeah.
But we're just getting murked. Nick's getting murked. It just seems like it's like, all right, I think I'm over this game
I'm gonna
now.
go back to Overwatch.
Yeah.
Nick's getting over. I think Seth's the same way too. But it's kind of that GTA presence where our late night crew, Seth, Nick, me, Max,
Might be talking about GTA later in the show today.
it's just kind of
Maybe
a game we
so.
can all play. You know, we all have.
Maybe
So anyways,
so.
all right. Let me get to the meat and potatoes of what I've been playing.
Meat and potatoes.
I was on the fence with Watch Dogs 2 on the demo last week, and man, this game is good. This game is
Do
good.
me a favor. Go back
I know.
and listen.
Yeah,
And I was
it's-
like, no, man, it's good.
Oh, from last episode?
Yeah, I was like,
yeah,
you're
just
like, I
give
don't
it a
know,
chance.
man. I don't know. Just like Stardew. Just like Stardew.
Oh, yeah,
And you're
yeah.
like, I don't know, man. That doesn't sound like a game for me. And
Yeah.
then you play it and you're like, this game is good.
Yeah, I hate to admit to the Brandon's right gods, but no, I mean it's literally and you reviewed it when you played the first time, and so I agree with everything.
I forget what episode that was.
I don't remember. It's basically, you can do a little bit more than what you can do in GTA. It doesn't have the GTA polish. The cars drive good. The weapon play is good. In all actuality, personally, I think the weapon play is better in this game than GTA. I think the shooting's a little off in GTA sometimes.
It's a lot less. There's a lot less variety in the shooting. There's
No, there
like
is.
you've got like basic like assault rifles and handguns, and the cool thing is that you can play this whole game without killing a single person.
Yes, and
you can play totally non-lethal, or you can be a madman and throw explosives and blow things up.
So I got a story about that. So I did I was doing side quests. Just typical Jacob. Single player deficit disorder.
Yep.
And so I was like, all right, let's mainline some stuff. Well, to take on Bloom, you have to have so many followers. So you got to do all of the other mainline quests. So I did the New Hope.
Followers are your experience
points.
They're
Yeah, which is really cool.
Yeah.
A really cool concept.
So your followers on the internet.
Yes. But it's a New Hope, which is basically Scientology church.
Mm-hmm.
Take them on, take them down, and expose them for what they are. And so there's one of these quests where you got to sneak into the place where they're re-educating people.
Mm-hmm.
And I must do that sneaky like 7 times. And on my 7th time, I took a guy down because if you zap them, it's kind of like Metal Gear. They'll get up eventually.
Yeah, they're gonna wake up.
But if you melee them, they're out cold. They're not coming back up unless someone comes and wakes them up. And so, I'm just sporadically going through the area, knocking everybody out. I get to one guy, I knock him out, and some guy's like, "Hey!" and instantly just starts firing, and I just went, "That's it!" I just murdered everybody.
In the beginning, I just had the handgun with a silencer on.
Yeah.
This is for emergencies.
Yeah.
And that's an emergency.
That's how I would play Metal Gear every time.
That's how I played it. Yeah. But
It's gonna do it, y'all. Well, I guess you're gonna die today. I guess it's time to kill some Russians.
I didn't understand a word you just
I thought it
said.
was Asian. I was like,
Was
did they
it-
go to
Russian.
Okay, there it is.
I thought you really said something in English there.
Oh no! I was pretending to be the
I
Russians.
thought it was just illegible.
Yeah.
Illegible language.
Illegible.
So let me go through it. My kind of mini review because you've already done it, right?
Incoherent.
Incoherent babble.
Incoherent.
I know,
Did you
it's
go
just
veto?
He thought that's what I did.
Anyway.
He said illegible, talking about verbal
I'm
language.
sorry, my
instead of
brain's
incoherent.
working at
My brain is
50%.
never no good words.
Anyway.
So let me go through. So the gameplay part, it's good. It is a little lacking in that department, but once you upgrade, once you can hack vehicles, once you can hack devices,
You can make people's earpieces go off in their ear and they're like, I can't.
yeah, right.
Oh, I'm distracted.
Oh, and- okay. So the last. So better yet, you can hack and call the cops on somebody. You can put a false APB on them, and that last when you actually go into the church vaults. You have to go in the basement, right? I'd kind of systematically take out people on the outskirts, and there's one guy guarding the door, and I was like, call the cops on him. And the cops show up and go, hey! He's like, what do I do? Yeah, so he walks him off, and everybody's kind of like looking like, well, they take Gary, kind of thing.
What Gary do? There's so many different ways you can approach situations.
Yeah.
And especially whenever, like you said, the more you unlock, because like sometimes there'll be gang members there who will always be hostile. Like they're not gonna be like, hey, get out of here, man. They'll be like, get him! So like you can call the cops or a rival gang to go and fight them, and then while they're distracted squabbling, you can just sneak in, get what you need, and get out.
And I love his parkour. That's not parkour. It's kind of got that.
It's like a street flair.
It's kind of got the almost Dying Light feel. Even though Dying Light's first person, like your guy has parkour, but you're really only pushing R2 the whole time. Yeah, you're only just really jumping, navigating the streets. But the way he moves with the streets and everything.
Whenever you run, if you hold down R2 while you're running, he just starts to. He's in like street mode where he'll just start hopping over things. But if you're not holding that, he'll just bump into things. And like it's cool how he'll bump into something, he'll kind of push off of it and keep running.
Yeah, he'll run people like, whoa, sorry,
kind of thing. Like when we were playing co-op, I was doing that to you. Like if you'd run in front of me, my guy would do that off of you. Yeah. It was really interesting.
So I just the stealth element, I actually enjoyed. I did a side quest where you wanted to go tag everything, so you wanted to graffiti all the places. And he had to find ways to climb up. One used a crane and everything like that. One was using the window washing skylift, and eventually you tagged the Golden Gate Bridge as your magnum opus kind of masterpiece. But just learning to do that was getting me familiarized with jumping and vaulting and moving around.
Yeah, so, all the puzzles in the game like require you like just collecting little research points.
Yeah, key fragments or
key data and research points. It's like you get my drone out. What's the best way? You start flying around. There's a ladder here. Remember, I was in my drone. I was like, hey, follow me. And I was in the drone. I was like, go up this ladder here. Yeah, go over here. Yeah. Get in that crane. Come pick me up.
Yeah. And so speaking of co-op, co-op does great. It's kind of the same way like Far Cry. You can drop in, drop out. You can't mainline.
Except I can
quests.
I can go wherever I want in the map without it cutting me off.
Yes. You can't. I can't do a mainline quest from the single player. But there are co-op quests that we can do, and they're kind of like little mini dungeons, so to speak.
That's pretty cool.
It's
a little disappointing you can't do the main quest.
Yeah, well, it's only because your character
there's a storyline.
There's
it wouldn't make any sense. The canon. There's two Marcuses and side by side.
Or like, why is this random guy here? Marcus.
It didn't make sense with Dying Light, but they still let you do it. They just got rid of your friend in the cutscene.
Yeah, same thing. So, speaking of that, the story. I love the charm to this. I told Nick, and I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. There's a movie called Hackers, literally called Hackers, with Angelina Jolie
and Paul Walker.
Yes, it's so like throwback cheesy to that, but to the hip. And I was like, all right, I don't know how I feel about the hipster vibe. I was like, I want to be a hipster. I want to be a hipster hacker,
pretty much
in San Francisco. And I'm not all about the San Francisco vibe yet, but I want to be there. Like the music is great. The way they talk and communicate with her is like how we joke around with each other.
How about how your phone works? Not only can you hack things, but you can use it like a regular phone. You can pause the game, and when you pause it, it brings up your phone menu, and you can go to the store, and you can buy little apps. And so one of the apps you can get is Song Sneak, and anytime you hear a song in public, you hit the button, and then it adds that to your library.
Yeah, it's like Shazam.
You can then play that song at any point in the game. So if you hear like, I don't know, Bob Marley or something like that, you can click Bob Marley, and your guy puts in his headphones, and you're just constantly playing.
You always have your headphones unless he's talking.
And you can make your own playlist. It's some pretty incredible stuff.
The electronic music score in that game, especially Dead Sec Radio.
Hudson
Mohawk, who did a piece in GTA for
Fly Low FM.
Fly Low, yeah.
But he also did a lot of music in like some like racing games back in the day.
So just really good. And that speaking of that, the atmosphere. That whole place, just San Francisco, number one is just a gorgeous city to begin with, in real life and in the game.
It's so colorful.
So
the
vibrant.
Scout X locations
encourage exploration. You find a lot of graffiti art that the city kind of
keeps. It's like, go take a picture with the Golden Gate Bridge, but only at this specific spot. And you're like, okay. And what's cool is you'll be running around just doing your own thing and like maybe collecting research.
Scout X,
yeah. It's like Scout X location nearby. Click here, and you're like, oh, there's a mural. Let me go find it.
Yeah, take a selfie real quick, and you get points for it.
You get followers. That's correct.
So just the atmosphere, and like I said, it's just this. I wouldn't say the same size as Los Santos map, but it's It doesn't have the same polish, but the amount of stuff you can do, and the city is a lot more alive than I think than Los Santos. I went out the first mission.
Yeah, you just see people doing stuff.
Yeah, there's people out in a park doing burpees and exercising. You get like a couple. You know, you're running. It's not
and
just
not only that,
everybody walk on their phones on the sidewalk.
But you can get on your phone and like it says like this person does this. They make this much a year. They're in this mood.
Yeah, you can.
And then sometimes
hack
you
their
can
account and get
you
money
can
off of them.
you can read their text messages back and forth. You can listen to them on the phone, and there's always like all these weird, funny scenarios going on. It's pretty. Great.
Oh, and there's pop culture too. There's pop current culture that you actually. So you can.
It's actually a pretty dated. I don't want to say dated game, but it came out in like
17 last year.
No, it didn't come out last year.
You sure it came in 16?
I think so. Let me
fact check that. But there's places, there's individuals you can hack specifically, and one of them was an Ubisoft executive, and he was on a phone. They were talking about how all their games were failing, like that crap Assassin's Creed you put out. What was it?
Oh, you leaked the game.
Yeah, you leaked the game.
Yeah, you're the guy who leaks the new Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Yeah, so
That's
I just
funny.
love the little Easter eggs to like current stuff.
2016.
Oh, it was 16. Okay.
So it's a little behind, a little dated, but yeah, you get to be the guy who leaks Ubisoft's next game.
Yeah.
you can go find their office.
There's a dude, and I love it. It's just like I said, it's current stuff in that nerddom culture. There's a guy that you find out is going around. They call it swatting people. So he's the one that calls like in Call of Duty. I don't like the guy. I call the SWAT team on this people.
Yeah, swatting.
Yeah, swatting. That's it. And so like you like find out this dude. He's like not even covering his tracks. Like his house is right here. He's like I'll take care of it. And so you go over there and you kind of mess with him. So it's really cool for that pop culture things that are going on that you can kind of interact with in that cyber world.
It's not quite as like GTA went overload on the satirical side of things with their, especially with online. But this is a little bit more grounded in reality, and sometimes you can feel like you can hack an ATM camera and give people money. Have you done that mission?
Nuh-uh.
Like you can do something like that, or you can deny them their money and see how they react, and you can just pick on them with their bank account and stuff. and you get the choice to be either do you want to be the douche or do you want to be the guy who's really nice? Like if someone's like, give me my money, you stupid machine, and you can make it like shoot out like $1. He's like, where's my money? Anyway, I
like being that faceless kind of anti-hero that DeadSec is, and it's really cool, and especially like what they said at the very beginning made a lot of sense, like how your devices track you, they follow you, they read you, like we are the last line of freedom. Because everything monitors you now. Facebook monitors you and tells you what you want, and tells you how you like, how to vote. Blah, blah, blah.
And dude, some of the stuff that they said on there actually came true. Like the refrigerator that tells you whenever your stuff is expiring and tells you when you need to go.
Yeah,
that was in that game. That's a real thing now. And they were like the reason they were putting that. I forget what it was. It's been a while since I played. I need to make a new file and play all over again. But like basically, they were trying to get all these devices in people's homes. It's a great game. It's really good. I challenge you to go find the episode that I talked about it when no one else had played it, and go listen to it and see what I had to say back then. See if it still stands up.
Oh yeah, I remember it absolutely. So, anyways,
other than playing a little bit of co-op with you and Watch Dogs 2, I've just been kind of blah lately. So I saw
what you were playing.
I popped in Absolver.
Interested in this. What you think?
Because you had talked about it on an earlier episode, talking about how you really weren't a big fan of it. I really like it. I like the fighting mechanics, like the different stances and stuff, how like you got your medium and light attacks, but depending on what side stance you're in, you will do a different thing. Like my favorite is to go into, basically you can hold R2 and then use the analog stick to choose your stance. There's 4 different stances.
Right. I didn't like that.
I'll go into the stance like this, and whenever you do the heavy kick, he does like this like flip kick thing, and it's really cool. But whenever you do that, you leave yourself really open. Right. And I like fighting these characters and like deciding how I want to do moves, like 10 steps ahead of how I need to do them, so I can land combos that way. Like, okay, this guy, he's going to try to block this. He's got this much stamina. I want to wear it down. Once it goes out, then I'm going to hit him with a flurry of punches. Like, I like that tactile. So, yeah,
I'm not typical like that.
I like that, but and I love the fighting part of the game. And I like the gear stuff is fun.
It's pretty cool.
You get to find
the RPG element,
yeah, you get to garbage element. Is that what you said?
RPG element.
Oh, they say garbage element.
RPG element.
Well, they look like they're wearing garbage.
They do.
But it's interesting. And then the worst part about the game is that I have no idea what's going on.
No.
There's no sense of direction.
I choose you and put a mask on. Here you go.
There's no sense of direction. It's just like, hey, if you go to this meditation place, here's this really vague map and these dots. Go kill the dots. And I got to the point where I got all of them, and where I left off, I'm going to the door now where it says come back when you defeat everyone. I'm going back now. Me and Seth played some co-op, and it was actually pretty enjoyable. Like we were fighting like 6 to 10 dudes at a time,
Oh, wow.
and even like strangers, like other people are playing the game, would come up and be like, start picking on us, and we whip them, we just jump them real quick, and then we'd pick them back up and be like, thumbs up, and then they'd be like, and they'd shrug and run off. It's fun. Other than, I really can't say much other than it's just got a lot of fun combat.
I feel like you and Seth will enjoy it as much as y'all are in depth in fighting games.
Well,
I think that was the thing that crippled me.
I thought it was really cool because like you can only stay in a certain stances. Like if you try to block an attack, you'll go back to your forward stance. Like you can't hold your back to them when you try to block. So you really have to think about what you're going to do before you do it.
Right. That's what I like Steve.
And
when you get frustrated after a while, what you just do?
And when you
just button mash. Yeah.
And when
exactly.
Button mashing is never a good thing to do in fighting games.
I know
unless
that.
you're playing as Eddie Gordo in Tekken, because that's the capoeira guy, and he just goes everywhere.
Does he?
Anyway, and you can win by literally tapping buttons. It's fun. I just I'm not eager to get back to it. But I mean, I'll play it till it's finished. But whenever, it's okay. I'm glad it was
Kind
free.
of one and done. Yeah.
I'm glad it was free. That's all I've really been playing, man. I haven't had much time for anything. I've obviously been working very late, so...
Yeah, same here. That's why all I've been playing.
I've been playing the crap out of Watch Dogs. There's been a couple of nights, Nick's like, I'm jumping to Fortnite, and I'm like, I gotta finish this mission.
Yeah, dude. Dude, it's good, man. I actually really enjoyed that co-op that we played.
Yeah, I did too.
Getting back into it. Of course, my guy's pretty much all the way powered
all the way
up.
down. There's a couple
like,
of key
like
you haven't done
I've got
yet.
those ultimates. One of the ultimates you do in Watch Dogs 2
Take out all the power.
is you can take out all the power, it gets dark, and you can sneak past people. And there's one of them where it's mass communications, everyone gets stunned. You can just run past everyone.
I haven't done that one yet.
But anyway, let's talk about some gaming news.
Sure.
Not much to talk about because we got some topic box questions we're gonna do. Not many, depending on how much time we have. Let's go to gaming news.
Gaming news.
So, who all saw the GTA trailer?
I
Grand
did.
Theft Auto Online After Hours is coming
Gay
out
Tony's back.
the 24th.
Gay Tony.
That's this Tuesday. Gay Tony's coming back, and with him, he's bringing the ability to buy nightclubs. That's all we know.
Yep.
It looks like fun.
Possibly got some heists.
Possible new missions. Possible new heists.
We know story elements in there, so it's got to be some kind
New
of mission
vehicles.
/ heist.
I really hope this is something big. If it's going to be this public server bullcrap, I'm probably just going to uninstall GTA for a good bit.
I would agree with you. I will follow suit because I'm just waiting for that. I'm telling you, man, my with that axe is like
Executioner's getting ready.
Every time, Alduin always comes. Alduin always comes and runs the execution for GTA every time.
Yeah, with a new DLC.
Time.
I'm excited about the clothes, like we were
Clothes,
usually.
hairstyle, fashion. You know, I just want to. If here's what I want. I just want to buy a nightclub. We can party there. We can have a good time. We can hang out, and then we can go do missions like the biker contract missions, or we can go do these new heist missions. It's like a new heist unlock. You know, it's like, okay, you can only do these heists if you have a nightclub.
Right.
And if that was it, I'd be fine with it.
I'm okay.
That's cool. I don't need any of this. You can only be in a public server. You got to go get these crates, run them, do missions, get money, blah, blah, blah. Do your research points. Now, if they're like, hey, by the way, with clubs, you can do all the stuff you do in your other places, but you can do it all here.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned that.
But that's you don't have to.
You don't have to go to all the different
because the way
places,
Gay Tony was like,
blah, blah, blah.
Gay Tony was like, you can do whatever you want down here. I'm not gonna care. But go get me a DJ. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
I just want to go with Gay Tony. Can I just hang out with Gay Tony and go do cool stuff with Gay Tony?
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. I don't want to do all this work. I want to do fun stuff.
Yeah.
I would gladly take smaller payout missions as long as they were more fun. Because we can always be like, let's go make some money, let's go sell some cars real quick.
Yeah.
But I would rather just have. I want to trade the money for fun at this point.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this. Hey, you want to go sell some drugs? Okay, let my stuff build up. Let's do this. Take turns. Blah blah blah. It's just not fun anymore. I just want. I want to go.
It's
dance
become
with
work.
My friends.
It's become work.
It's a chore, and it's not fun. It's not fun. But anyway, GTA update Tuesday the 24th.
Sure.
We will report back, I'm sure, next week on that. Stardew multiplayer.
Yes. Finally, I see it. Go ahead. Continue.
Stardew multiplayer is coming out August 1st
What?
for PC. But I know what you're thinking. But it was already. I know what you're thinking.
Well, I hope you hear that.
Whoa!
No,
Well, that's our show, guys.
I I know. It's not even our theme song anymore.
That's what me and Jacob do. Though.
I know.
Me and Jacob do that all the time.
I want my phone back.
Anyway, Stardew Valley is coming out. Multiplayer is
It's over
officially
there.
coming out August 1st for.
Of course it is for the
for
master
PC,
race.
But they said it is
PC
coming to
master
console. They
race.
just said at a later date.
Coming to console. It's supposed to be coming to console since spring.
Roll credits.
Look, poor concern Dave. All right, look, the guy's one guy.
It's one dude. Come on, cut the
I
guys.
get it.
He made one of the
I
best
get it.
games ever. Come on, come some
Coming
slack.
off the camera.
Anyway, last news story. This one's quick, dude. There is plans for new Mario Kart DLC. And something new came out just randomly out of nowhere.
Which is cool.
You can now play as Breath of the Wild Zelda. Not Zelda. Breath of the Wild Zelda.
Oh, you just
Zelda?
committed.
No,
That's a Jacob
no,
slip.
No, I was gonna say Breath of the Wild Zelda Link
Got it.
because it's the
Okay.
Zelda. Cool it.
Okay.
Cool it. Cool it. Cool it. Cool it. Cool it. Cool it. Breath of the Wild Zelda Link in his. Let me
Master
restructure this sentence. You can play as Link in his Breath
Oh,
of the
that's
Wild
nice.
attire,
There you go.
and also use the not the
Master
Master
Cycle.
Cycle. What's it called?
Master
the
Cycle
Guardian.
Zero.
Master Cycle Zero.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
But it's called the Master Cycle in
Master
Mario Kart.
Cycle Zero.
So that's,
Oh man! Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I guess is it something different?
I guess it's the Master.
Because you got the Master
Zero.
Cycle, that's the blue one from
Right.
Mario Kart,
But-
and then you got the
I see what you're saying
you
now.
got the new Master Cycle. I guess
Master Cycle Zero.
It's
I
with
guess.
zero at the end of it.
Master Cycle Zero.
Master Cycle Zero.
So maybe anyway.
Brandon, I believe it's called the Master Cycle Zero.
But anyway, so that's a new thing.
Yeah, that looks cool. Very cool. Breathe some life into Mario Kart.
That's me pushing my
Right.
glasses up.
But they said that they have plans for future stuff, so that's interesting. I would like to see
Some new maps.
I would like to see Fox McCloud as a playable character with a Star Fox level, and I would also
Nintendo's like, no.
and I'd also like to see Metroid with a Samus level. Metroid can't crawl.
Hey, they gonna put Metroid in there.
Metroid can't crawl.
Hey, bro, y'all got Metroid in that game?
No,
Yeah,
but
the girl from that game.
no, but you know how easy it would
what's
be.
her name? Metroid.
You know how easy it would be to just get new levels from the old ones.
Yeah.
Go get some old levels. Banshee Boardwalk.
Banshee
I know you want
Boardwalk.
Banshee Boardwalk, Steve.
Nancy Boardwalk.
Banshee Boardwalk.
Nancy Boardwalk.
Yeah, Mr. Wagner. Anyway, that's it. That's gaming news.
Hey, you think they're
That's
gonna
cool.
put that guy F-Zero in that game?
So
That guy F-Zero.
let's go to a commercial break.
Hey, what about Halo?
And we will come back to our topic box. In case you don't know,
Sweet.
this is where we pull topics from this box right here, and it's
The
random
ancient-
stuff that anonymous people wrote in here that asked us questions about things. Thanks so much, guys. Roll the commercial.
Yo, listen up.
We will not live in a two-dimensional world.
We won't go in one direction.
or seek what we can say. We will walk through walls. We will take a look around us.
We will not be confined.
We believe in the path of least limits.
We won't be told how to view the world.
We will experience true freedom. We will not compromise.
We will live the game through our hands.
We will be in control of something.
We will change the system.
That was a great commercial.
That was a great commercial.
Jacob.
So it's funny because this box is a little outdated because the last time we used it was for our 2015
The box of
16
ancient
podcast.
history.
And there was one in here talking about
Before
what do
the
we want to
reason-
see for future things in ESO. And that game's like older than dirt right now.
And we're all like, yeah.
So we're all gonna
Over
pick. I'm gonna monitor the time so we don't run over
Sure.
very long. We're
A lot of these questions are really quick. I've read over them.
Yeah, we're running at about. Let me see. We're at about 35 minutes. We got plenty of time.
Okay, well this is a current. This will be some work for current. Most anticipated game and why? I already know.
Steve, what's your most anticipated game and why?
I really don't think we talked about this even after A3.
I don't know.
I've got mine.
I don't know,
I
man,
know,
because they
True.
got
What
a
is mine?
bunch.
Yeah, Fallout 76.
They got a bunch, man, because they got
No!
They got
anymore.
they got Fallout 76. They got Spider-Man. They got
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
What am I missing?
They got Smash.
I
They
know
got
what it is, right?
Resident Evil 2. I can't.
We don't know when it's coming out.
I can't.
Okay.
You can't pick one.
I can't. But I know which one you're gonna pick.
What?
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, buddy.
No, well, I'm not even gonna. Think,
I don't know anything about it.
I'm not even thinking about it because it's gonna be a while for it.
I know, but yeah, I would say Fallout.
I would say Man, it's
torn, man. I just can't.
I really want some Spider-Man in my life, and I really want some Resident Evil 2 in my life. Those were two games that I played at E3 that really blew my
Spider-Man
balls
more
off.
for you.
Blew my balls off. Anyway,
Are they epididymis infected? No.
I hope not. I think I'd have to go with one of those two.
Spider-Man,
I really want to play some Fallout 76 as well, because I need a good multiplayer game in my life right
I
now.
think Fallout 76, we're kind of it's kind of familiarish territory though. It's not like this. I mean, like
Yeah,
that's why I'm.
And also, whenever I think about what I'm anticipating most, usually I'm like, okay, what's the closest thing that I want the most?
Yeah.
And Spider-Man's like right around there.
2 months
Like
away.
2 months or less.
Technically a month and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, and then. Yeah.
I really want Starlink still for October. Just for the
All of
Switch.
them.
For the Switch.
All of them.
Alright.
So if it's not for the Switch, then I don't want it.
I want it. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, is it my turn?
Brandon
You
goes
shaking up the box.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We don't know what any of them are anyway.
You gotta pick fair.
All right, Steve. Pick a thing. Pick a topic to discuss.
Most sentimental games to you. Jacob, you go first since I went first last time.
Oh, nice call, Steve. Call him Jacob out.
Well, I mean, it falls into like
Most sentimental game.
sentimental.
A game that is special to you. It might even be a
All
crummy
right, I'll
game.
go.
It might even be a crummy game.
I'll go. EverQuest.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. I can see that. I don't want to fall to Star Fox. That's my thing, but it's sentimental to me.
You know, it's a very sentimental game to me.
Paper Mario.
Yeah, it is. But you know what? It has a very special place in my heart. Gauntlet Dark Legacy.
Yeah!
We've
there
talked
we
about
go.
this several times on the show before. But Gauntlet,
Like the original party game, right?
yeah,
there.
Gauntlet was special to me because it was a game that was in arcades and we didn't really get a chance to play it a lot. And then whenever it came out to consoles, not only could we play it, but we could all play it together because it was 4-player. And it was one of those games where like no one really had. And there was like that little competitive edge where I was like,
Yeah.
I need food, and Steve go gets the food, and he's like, ha ha! And I'm like, I'm gonna die, bro. And like it just,
Brandon's over there with all the gold. Like,
just stuff like little friendly competition in there. But also with 4 players, it was.
Brandon has a dwarf riding on everybody as a horse.
The team up attacks.
Yeah,
You can play on GameCube. You didn't have to have
Yeah.
a multi-tap. That game, I have a little sentimental value with it, where it's really not that good of a game if you think about it.
It's not, but doggone it, I love it.
Jeez, it's fun.
I would defend it until my dying
No,
breath.
I agree.
Yeah.
I hate
And
that I
that
missed
music.
that 64/GameCube era.
Yeah.
Blue Wizard.
I'm trying to go a little different because, of course, I could say Final Fantasy VII or Super Mario RPG
When you,
or Paper Mario.
Right.
When you're walking through Sumner's Tower, with that music playing, it just feels like such a BA, It's just like and a dwarf, I'm doing the dwarf animation where he's got his hammer on his back. He's like,
Yeah, I don't want to say it's the most sentimental game for me, but I have some like whenever I think of games that are special to me, and especially if I'm thinking like games that aren't really critically acclaimed, I'm like, okay, Gauntlet.
Oh, well, now I think about it, boom.
What?
Holy cow, why did I miss this one? Delta Force 2.
Well,
oh
yeah.
yeah, Delta Force.
I mean, that's where I met we wouldn't play with Nick if it wasn't
That's
for that
NBK.
game. But now there's one I thought of before that. It's a Nintendo game, and it's Journey to Silas. You've heard me quote it a couple of times. You've put the music on the episodes.
I have.
And that's one of the first games that got me into that sci-fi genre. And I know it sounds silly because it's an NES game, but just the story's really cool. It's like, hey, your dad had some really cool plans on this floppy disk, and there's a scene.
Floppy disk!
Floppy disk. But the terrorists killed your dad, so like they're gonna pay for what they did for the death of my father, and so just the music, the killing robots in space. So
I'm pulling a couple games because there's a couple of games that I have sentimental value for. I can only find 2 of them right now. I'm looking for the other one. No, where'd it go? So it's around here
apparently
somewhere.
it's a PlayStation game.
Yeah,
I will
it's
say
right-
Final
it's right
Fantasy
here.
VII as well, though. I mean,
All right, so these are 3 games that I have sentimental value for, and I'm actually going to be doing a video series of why. Because back in the PlayStation days, I think that's 5th generation of consoles, there was demo discs, and I remember I could play demo discs all the time. I could play them as much as I want, but I could only play a small portion of said games.
you get like one a month if you were subscribed to PlayStation.
There was 3 games that I played in demos that I just absolutely loved, and one of them was Guys. This game. This is not a good game.
Not at all, but God dog it is fun.
The fighting is not that great, but as you can see, there's a character on there that you'll recognize. It has Cloud from Final, and there's multiple Final Fantasy VII characters that are in there. And this game holds sentimental value for stupid things like that, like the sound effects, like the
most of the sound effects that we do in the stupid ones that you hear us do, where you're just like, God, why are these people
But
doing
I remember,
that? That's what
you remember we played the demo of this a million times, but you can only play like 3 rounds and it was over, and you only get to play as like a couple characters. I don't even think you get to play as Cloud. You get to fight against him. But I remember I finally bought this game. I got a good deal on it, and I was like, wow.
It was so hard to find. I think we can only find it at what's that place called? Diamond Video?
This is a rare game, and I could go into the history of it and why it's rare, but maybe that's a story for another day. But I got 2 more games I want to talk about. Gex, Undercover Gecko, or Deep Cover Gecko. This one's the 3rd one, but I like the 2nd one as well.
All of them.
That was another game where this was like the Mario 64 of PlayStation. And the reason I say that is because there weren't many platforming adventure games in the vein of Mario on PlayStation. Right. But this one was like it was kind of like the off-brand of Mario 64.
The skill set,
but I loved that he had a little bit of attitude. He had a little bit
pop culture references.
There was crude humor,
Major Tom took
and then finally this one. Now this is this is sentimental to me because I remember playing this game and I looked for it everywhere. This is Tomba.
Poor Brandon. That was one of the many games that Brandon would ask for Christmas.
Super rare game. Asked for every Christmas. Asked for
that and what else? Mega Man X.
Mega Man X3.
What Mega Man X3?
I gave up on Mega Man X3.
Poor Brandon had such big aspirations and big dreams, and poor Janelle's probably like looking everywhere for them games. I'm sure. And
yeah, dude. But those games I have sentimental value for because I did the demos as kids, and the demo as a kid, and I was man, I wish I could have had this full game. I don't know if you're going for 5.
No, but I just wanted to end on one thing though with our guy. That opening scene with that guy who's eating the noodles that looks outside and sees the
that's me.
That is just the funniest reaction. He's like angry. He's like these aliens. Like everybody else is scared. It's like, oh my god, it's a ship. He walks outside. He looks up. He goes, ah!
He goes, wow! He's just trying to eat his noodles. And you know what's funny if you beat the game with him?
He's angry. He's so angry.
Did you ever beat the game with him? If you beat it with him, his ending, he sits there and he eats his noodles.
I hope you put that clip in here.
And he eats like 8 bowls of noodles. I'll insert it somewhere
put that clip
if I
in
can
here.
find it.
Ah!
If I can find. Oh, is this my turn? I'll take this big one. What is a video game character you cannot stand? Oh man, did I write this?
Yeah, you did. That's you.
I don't remember writing this.
That's a good one.
A video game character that you cannot stand.
What's the name of the thing inside the sword on Skyward Sword?
Fee.
Fee. Yeah, she
or Faye. Whatever her name.
I hate her. She was annoying. If your health gets low. Your health is low. Like, oh my god, shut up.
Do you think you should take a break?
No, why would I want to take a break? I get that's Nintendo trying to avoid liability for lawsuits, but come on.
A video game
Can
character.
I turn it off?
Let me give you some ideas.
Can I turn it off?
Sure. Someone like Slippy. He's always annoying in there, and it's like,
I get it. Yeah, you gotta save him. I actually didn't like Falco. He's a jerk.
Oh, Falco's the best.
Falco was the best. I liked Falco even though he was a jerk.
He was the best, but he's a jerk.
Put me in my place, Falco. Yeah, put me in my place.
Pretty much. Falco, where are you going?
Are you looking at like? Are you looking?
I don't know why I'm looking at the PlayStation games. I can't think of one.
No,
I can't stand Hellscream from World of Warcraft. I'm glad he's dead. Is he dead?
Garrosh?
Yeah.
Garrosh did nothing wrong.
I got one for you.
He's Orc Hitler.
I got one for you.
Garrosh did nothing wrong.
Here's a character.
Hashtag Garrosh did
one of the best games ever, and probably almost in my top 10 games of all time. There's a character that I cannot stand in this game. Do you know who it is?
I don't know. I think I do.
It's from Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
It's Ashley.
Ashley, Resident Evil 4, Resident's daughter.
The freaking cat, the objective of the game is to rescue her, but she is just the worst.
Well, it'd be different if she was cool. She's not even cool. She's just like, Leon, help!
No, what's even worse is that when
she's voiced by the same girl from Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, she played it. What's her name? Brittany?
The horrible. I can't remember her name. She's the preppy girl.
Help! Oh, you're looking up to make sure she's up there, and you're like, "Hey, are you up there?" And you gotta aim, you gotta use your gun to aim, and she's like, "Oh, you pervert!" Like, well, I'm not.
Well, if I was escorting someone who was interesting or cool, I don't know, she's more annoying, and it's like, at no point do you feel more compelled to protect this character. You're like, oh, fine, just take her.
Oh no, the president's daughter is getting away.
Having trouble, Jacob?
Somebody better do
Yeah, I got
something.
brain block.
Got a brain block?
Can't think of
Need
anybody.
to come back to it?
Yeah, let's come back to it.
Okay.
Hmm,
Yeah, I could edit this in post, but you know,
Let me think.
we got about 5-10 minutes left. You want to do another one? And
Yeah.
you think since your punishment will be Steve will pick instead of you.
Okay. What punishment? Because I can't think of none?
Yeah, that's your punishment.
Jeez.
You're punished.
God, what?
Okay. Look at what I pulled!
Oh, that's the future one. I want to put it back in there.
Hey, y'all,
what do you see in Elder
what do you
Scrolls?
guys want to see in future Elder
Pick a
Scrolls
different
Online?
one.
I want to see it shut
the game
down.
down.
Shut it down.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Best FPS of all. Why did I did the worst ones. Best FPS of all time.
Halo.
Halo.
It's Halo.
Halo.
But I have a
Yeah.
soft
I was gonna
spot.
say Halo 2.
Combat Evolved.
I was gonna say Halo 2.
I have a soft
Time
spot
Splitters.
for this game. Oh, this is Time Splitters 2. I got this for $8. That's a good
called
deal.
it, didn't see it.
Time Splitters 2.
Can I pull another one since I was sucked?
But I like Time Splitters Future Perfect as well. But these games made by the same. I remember somewhere on here it says from the makers of GoldenEye.
From the makers of Gold.
It might be on the PS2.
I hate to be cliche, but just Call of Duty Modern Warfare set the tone for
Halo
all.
2
I mean,
for me.
unfortunately, for all I hate to say it, but all the crap we have now, but they kind of like,
Modern Warfare came out and changed the game, and then they were like, "Hey, let's stay with this." And
Yeah.
now we're back in the same
See-
old stale bucket as we've been.
See,
in.
if
And now we're back to World War II. So
If Halo 1
or are we? I don't know.
if Halo 1 would have had
Ultimate World War II.
online, if Halo 1 would have had online, I probably would say Halo 1. But I think with Halo 2,
I
Halo
have,
2 brought in the competitive shooter life online.
If we're gonna talk about online, then three just was like on point. with
Okay,
all-
Halo 3 is an incredible game. Halo 1 holds a special place in my heart
Me too.
because it's the first Xbox game that I played, and I remember playing it and I was
PC.
like, holy Christ, is this real?
Yeah, I looked up a little bit
Yeah.
in Game Pros. And I was like, I'm gonna try this game.
Dude,
It's in space. This
Alex-
looks pretty cool. I was like, this game.
My friend Alex had
It's
two
blown me away. The
two-
music.
his dad paid for 2 Xbox Live accounts just for a friend to be able to come and play Halo.
That's interesting.
And then we found out that you can actually do guests too, but
Yeah.
guests can't chat.
yeah, who cares?
Guests, when he had 2 of them.
When
on there,
Halo
they could
3
chat.
came out, I went over to Tyler Sawyer's house. I was actually, when Halo 3 came out, I was moving down here. And I remember that was the last day I was going to get to see him. I stayed at his house, and we played Halo 3 all night.
Yeah, we
I
did too.
I did not
Me
sleep.
and Aaron Dunn, Robert Dunn, we went and bought our Mountain Dew, our Game Fuel. Game Fuel came out with 3.
I still have the original cans.
Man,
somewhere.
we used
Really?
to. That's how we settled our differences. Like if we had arguments,
Blood Gulch.
we wouldn't fight. Nah, we
Blood-
do 1v1 Blood Gulch.
Lockout shotguns only.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
No power ups.
Yeah,
Yeah, Halo
either
takes
either Blood Gulch, Sniper Duel, or Lockout.
Shoddy snipers.
Shoddy snipers.
Yep. I mean, I mean, believe it or not, I was actually pretty big into Halo. You were with me when we played Halo 4? Halo 4. And I also had Halo Reach. Did we play Halo Reach together?
No.
Okay, so I played Halo Reach, and I played SWAT. I was really good at SWAT. But Halo 4, remember? I'm a beast on that ion cannon.
You're gonna break his arm and keep hitting him.
With a pin?
I didn't mean. To
No, you remember that? You're like,
Yeah.
oh, this ion cannon sucks. I was like,
Yeah, I couldn't hit anybody with it.
oh man.
Oh, dude.
Halo 4 was good, and then I don't know, sometimes
I
I
never
would play
finished the
it.
story in that one.
I didn't like the weapon system.
I didn't like the weapon system. The maps weren't nearly as big, and they went to the Call of Duty layout, which I thought I would have enjoyed, but eventually I didn't like it.
I didn't
feel
like-
right.
I didn't like
the
that-
Call of
I-
Duty button scheme.
I like this.
That's why, to be honest, that's why I like Overwatch a lot. Overwatch reminds me of Halo.
Well, I like that back in the day. It's like it's like, okay, I'm gonna get the invisibility cloak. It's over here in the middle of the map. I know where it spawns.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna get the needler because it's over here.
Yeah.
But like now, whenever you play, well, I understand they try to keep it fresh. But whenever we played Halo 4, it was like
Have your loadout.
you get so many. Yeah, you have your loadout. You can only have a couple basic weapons. Either you're like
Really, they did that?
you can have either the most basic, I'll say American human weapons, or you can have the alien
Covenant.
weapons. But then all the rest of your stuff came from ordnance, and the ordnance would drop, and you had to go get your ordnance. So if you wanted that cool, like that saw
It's not
machine
too
gun,
bad, yeah.
you had to go and get it. But if you got killed before you got it, it's gone.
That's what I liked about.
But you had to earn that.
That's what I liked about Halo 2 was just that, or Halo 3 or Halo 1, and even you just like everybody starts off with like a pistol, and you like go get your own guns, go get them.
Yeah.
Have fun. You know, and just going out there with like the dual submachine guns and Halo 2, I just felt like such a BA. You know, just running around like.
Needler.
You know,
I don't have to aim.
Yeah.
I've only owned one Halo game in my life, and it was ODST. And I only bought ODST.
It's not terrible.
No,
bad.
I only bought ODST because number one, it came with Halo 3 multiplayer, so I could play Halo 3 with people, and two, it had access to the Halo Reach beta.
It's good.
Halo Reach was pretty cool.
It is a underrated game.
That's good, man. I played it pretty often.
But man,
Nothing in the Halo universe would exist if it wasn't for Noble Squad. Just saying.
5 stand by. Anyway, that's it for our topic box. We have to move on to our side quest
Yeah.
portion.
I can't think of a person I hate. Dog meat, it gets in the way.
all companions on Fallout.
Let's go to side quest.
Sure. Lydia.
You alright, boss?
Are we alright, boss?
Are we? I can't remember that joke. Are we alright? Are we? Why did I say that?
Because he brought it up that Nick, he was trying to sneak it, and Nick had a fat man.
And he's like, "Are we alright, boss?"
Trying to sneak around the Raiders. Nick, what are you doing?
Does anyone have a side
What are you
quest?
doing, Nick?
I do. Did you watch it?
A Quiet Place.
No.
Save it for, or he can leave the room and we can do.
I'm not gonna be here next Friday because of the bar.
Okay.
We'll talk about it next week.
Alright.
Steve, side quest. You're gonna take the bar.
Yes. You got this. You got
can-
this positive
look, man,
energy.
This is when it's gonna kill me.
Bruh, look, listen to me. Look at me in the eyes. If you have that attitude going
one?
in,
You've already lost.
If you have that attitude going in, you've already lost. You miss
got it.
100% of the shots you don't take, Steve. Wayne Gretzky said that.
What was that?
You know, I had his.
I was cross-eyed. You couldn't see from that angle.
You know, I had Wayne Gretzky's.
Did Wayne Gretzky say that?
I don't know.
I had his
I don't know.
like early on.
I just made that up.
Early on, I think when they
Basketball.
first started making like sports games, Wayne Gretzky had his own hockey game.
Yeah.
And I got it from my cousin because they gave me their PS1. But we didn't have a power cord for it, so I just got to look
It's a
at
good
the
side
PS1.
quest. That's good, Steve. No, man, you're gonna do it. I'm actually gonna transfer my energy to you, like in Dragon Ball Z. That's my side quest.
Nice segue.
Hey, did you see that Broly trailer, Steve?
I did not, but
Jacob,
I heard
you saw
about it.
Yeah.
So Broly, in case you didn't know, was like the
I
most
did.
powerful
We watched
dude.
it before the.
He was the most powerful dude, like Super Saiyan wise. I was like,
The
oh my
legendary
god,
Super Saiyan.
he's the most powerful. And then eventually, Dragon Ball went on and was like, okay, this guy's a chump probably by
So
now.
who is the most powerful person in the universe?
Probably Jiren. Or well, in the universe, it's probably one of the gods. The most powerful is the Xeno-sama. It's Xeno. He's the god of all.
Okay.
Basically, he can just be like, I don't like you, and you just disappear. You don't just go to the afterlife. You get erased from existence.
Like-
he is the afterlife. So like, gone.
Okay, got it.
That is the end all be.
That's the tier.
It's not all dramatic like
he's
the
like
Thanos.
he's like
No, he just.
he's like a little child.
Ah.
It's pretty interesting. But no, whenever it comes to like combatants, right now it's believed that Jiren, that guy with the alien-looking guy, is the most powerful. But
Yeah, because it took
But
three
Broly-
people.
Out of the Saiyans, he's probably.
they're retconning him because he was in the movies, he was never in the show, and they're like, this never happened, this is going to be the true story of
Did
Broly.
Goku ever see Broly? I don't think Goku ever faced Broly because I feel like
I think he did.
I feel like the first
He did.
movie was in between, like when
The movie placement doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know.
because it's like Goku was supposed to be in space whenever he fought.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm
whenever he
thinking.
fought certain
That's what I'm
people.
thinking.
But no, his redesign looks super cool. He's wearing like Frieza Force armor. He's got like this fur pelt. The movie is actually coming out December in Japan and January.
Theatrical release.
January of next year.
So when
in America.
Stardew comes out.
When Stardew gets announced to come out. But no, I think it looks pretty cool. You know me, I'm all about Dragon Ball Z. I love it. I can't wait to check that out.
Me neither. It does look pretty cool.
I did. Another side quest. I didn't get my email yet. Apparently they're sending them out, but I put my beta code in to the Bethesda.net for 76. So it's just a matter of time. A lot of people are theorizing that it's going to come out sometime in August. They're going to do an early
It's
one.
almost done. I need to go pre-order it. I need to just.
I don't think I'm gonna. I think
Scrounge up my
I
money
might
and get
just
like
like
$5.
might watch your stream or something because I'm still trying for that power armor. Anyway, that's the show. Thank you so much for watching us on YouTube. Please like, comment, subscribe. It helps us out a bunch. I'm going to put some stuff over here you can click. That'll take you other places. Buy our merch. We have a merch place, LittleJollyGamershow.com. Will take you straight to our merch store. You can buy t-shirts. It helps us out a bunch.
Buy them for your mom, your kids, your aunts, your uncles, your family, your grandmas, your grandpas, all them people.
If you are listening to us on our RSS feed, please give us a 5-star rating on your platform of choice. It helps us out a bunch. I'm Brandon.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Steve.
And we'll see you next week.